What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TL Teacher Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So today we're discussing sweet fragrances. But not just any sweet fragrances. Sweet fragrances that tend to draw a lot of attention from the ladies. At least in my experience anyways. Not every sweet fragrance works like that, but these 10 certainly do. So jumping off into this first one, this one might not surprise anyone. It's very warm, it's very sexy, it's very strong. From Emporio Armani. Stronger with You. This is a beautiful fragrance I've featured many times in the colder months. Probably going to feature in the colder months again. It's beautiful. My wife loves this fragrance. Loves the way it smells. There's a chance your old lady might like it too, if you haven't tried it already. But a lot of people have this fragrance because it's very good. I haven't tried Stronger With You intensely. I haven't tried Freeze. I'd like to at some point, but I tell you what, I'm still in love with the original and I don't get a ton of opportunities to wear it, unfortunately. But it just is such an intoxicating fragrance. It has a sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It has a nice warm spice without being overly spicy either. The beautiful chestnut in the dry down. I wouldn't go too heavy with the sprays because this can be used in intimate conditions. Great for a date night or just a casual day going around with your lady, running errands in the cooler months for sure. Emporio Armani, Stronger With You. Next, this seems to be probably everybody's favorite in the line in recent years. Now personally, I like Profumo better, but there's no denying the effects this one has up in the air. That's an intoxicating trail with this one. It's from the Armani Code line. It's Armani Code Absolute. Not knocking it. It's a great fragrance. It's a great release. I just like Profumo a little bit better. The leather sticks out a little bit more. The vanilla really adds some sweetness to this one. And I mean, it's very sweet. Seductively sweet. If you don't like sweet fragrances, you will not like this. But if you like a strong vanilla note and you trust Giorgio Armani as a house to bring you a quality designer release, it's absolutely what they did with Armani Code Absolute. This is a fantastic fragrance that performs. You don't need a lot of sprays. It's very powerful, very sexy and seductive, but it's one of the sweeter fragrances in this video for sure. It's a little too sweet for some. And in my opinion, the trail on this one's very, very hard to beat. It's very sexy, very seductive, and very sweet. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that'll tell you this is the best one in the line, and it's hard to argue. I think I probably have to agree with that statement. Very sweet honey note, a nice plum. The hazelnut is very beautiful in this. Talking about 1 Million Lucky. Paco Rabanne. Can't wait to spray this. This fragrance smells fantastic. Great in the fall, great in the spring. Of course it does well in the winter. You can wear it anytime. In the hot weather, I would maybe go easy. Maybe not do more than 2 sprays because it's not weak by any means. Is it a big room filler? No. But it's not a subtle skin scent either. Does perform pretty solid. Lasts a very long time. This is some good juice right here. It's probably the best in the line. In my opinion, it's running a race with Privé, but a lot of people will tell you Lucky's the way to go. And like I said, it's hard to argue that point because it is a fantastic sweet fragrance. For sure. If you like sweet fragrances, which 1 Million's known for, Lucky's better than the original. I'm just saying. This is one of those cases where the flanker is definitely better than the original. Ladies love the way this one smells. This draws a lot of positive attention. This is a fantastic sweet fragrance without being overly sweet. The honey and the plum are very, very well done with that hazelnut in here and that 1 Million DNA. That's 1 Million. Lucky. Next, the sweetness on this one is really due to that sweet powdery tonka bean, which makes it not overly sweet. It's more amber heavy. It's amber and tonka bean really dominate this fragrance. That's where your sweetness is going to come from. And it's from the house of Prada. It's Prada Luna Rossa Black. This is a fantastic fragrance. Another one that directly off skin, it smells good. The trail smells even better. This is such a good fragrance. Like I said, sweet, but not overly sweet. The amber and the angelica in this one really balance that tonka bean out quite a bit. And it's not super strong sillage, but it does leave a good trail. This is one that somebody will catch a whiff of and it's going to pull them in. It's, you know, never really goes beyond arm's length at any given point. Like I said, not real heavy. They got to be within range to smell you. But when they smell it, it's going to draw people in. It's going to draw the ladies in. It's a beautiful, intoxicating fragrance that's sweet, but not overly sweet. Fantastic date night fragrance. Fantastic cold weather fragrance. If you like sweet, it's hard to beat. Prada Luna Rossa Black. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is a single man's fragrance. Yeah, we can all wear it because your wife's going to like it if you're a married man. But this is a guy that's on the prowl. You got to do that with it. CH Men Privé. The cap just beckons. You flip it like that. But this is such a good, sweet, boozy fragrance. Date night at its finest. This is intoxicating. This is one of the best fragrances Carolina Herrera, however you'd like to say it, has ever put out. From the men's line, that is. It's been reformulated from what I understand. This bottle's kind of old, not super old, but it's a couple years old. Haven't put a massive dent in it. But man, it warrants being talked about in a video like this because the whiskey in it adds a lot of sweetness to it. It doesn't make it overly sweet. It's a boozy sweet, and it's intoxicating. This is a night out. This is going to the bar. This is on the prowl. This is going to dinner. This is all these different things. It's not super heavy in projection. This is a draw 'em in fragrance. And this definitely will draw them in. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's been on many date night videos, many sweet fragrance videos, boozy videos over the years for good reason. It's still great to this day. It's been around for a while now, but it still warrants being talked about. It still warrants you trying it if you haven't tried it yet. You're probably gonna end up getting a bottle. Bring your lady with you to go test this one. You'll probably end up leaving with a bottle. CH Men Privé. Now this one can border too sweet. You gotta really like a good gourmand. Some, it's too sweet for them. And I totally understand that. It's tiramisu. It smells like a delicious chocolatey dessert. You may know where I'm going with this. It's from Salvatore Ferragamo. It's the original Uomo. It's beautiful. It's super sweet and it's powerful. It's chocolatey coffee tiramisu. It's what it's known for. It's got a tiramisu note in it. And it just smells so good. It's blended well. It's very designer. You know, when I say that, it's got some syntheticness to it. You know, nothing natural about it. But Salvatore Ferragamo, man, they put out such good fragrances. They really do. And they get very cheap when they hit discounters. This is one that you can get really cheap. $30 and below, depending on bottle size. If you like a good gourmand, a good sweet coffee fragrance that's got a lot of seduction to it. Very dessert. Very delicious and delectable. Uomo. It's great. It's one of the better sweet fragrances. Like I said, it can be too sweet for some. I find the coffee kind of balances and rounds off that edge a little bit from really tipping over the too sweet line. Performs really well, and it just works. Uomo. Salvatore Ferragamo. Arguably the best in its line. I do love the original. Plan on getting tonic real soon to try out. But it's hard to argue. The best in the line, the sweetest and spiciest, is Wanted by Night from Zaharoff. This stuff here, it's powerful. It's warm and cozy, sweet and seductive. spicy, has that bubblegummy Invictus type of opening to give it that sweetness. A lot of cinnamon. It's sexy. It's powerful. You're gonna like the way it smells. She's gonna like the way it smells. This stuff just works. It is so good. So good. Another one, been talked about to death. You probably have a bottle. Me bringing it up makes you want to go smell it. You're gonna pop the cap off and smell your atomizer. Hell, give it a spray. I just gave it 2 good sprays. I smell it floating in the air. This is a damn good fragrance. Still floating around. It's what Wanted should have been from the start. Wanted's a great fragrance. I thoroughly enjoy Wanted, but Wanted by Night is just that much better. Don't let the name fool you. It's not just evening wear, but it does shine for evening wear. Going out, hitting the bars, going, you know, on the town with your lady, she's gonna want to stay close to you for sure. This is sweet without being too sweet and spicy without being too spicy, just like Stronger With You. It's kind of in that same realm without smelling exactly like each other, which makes it, you know, it's not redundant to have them both. And this one needs to be in your arsenal if you're looking for a really good sweet fragrance that's very seductive and sexy. And that's Wanted by Night from Zaharoff. So it's been hinted at, talking about the opening, that Invictus sweet bubblegum opening. Well, what about Invictus? You know, Sweet Aquatic, my favorite fragrance. This stuff just works. Oh, so good. Pulls in compliments. It's been reformulated over the years. I'm sure it's still very powerful. It smells great. Ladies like the way it smells. If you like sweet, it's probably the best Sweet Aquatic fragrance. So many different designer houses have mimicked the opening of this fragrance and put it into their fragrance and changed the heart and base. You know, they give it that bubblegummy sweet opening, the Invictus opening, and then they make their own version of it. It's popular, it's mimicked, it's copied, it's replicated, but the original is still the best, and it still pulls compliments. And it's still pretty damn strong too. And that's Invictus, Paco Rabanne. This next one, it's very potent. Very sweet honey, tobacco, boozy. Fantastic in the cold. It's powerful. You don't need a lot of sprays. But it's beautiful. It draws in compliments too. Sweet Tobacco Spirits. 1821 man-made. The red wine accord with the honey in this one. So good. Oh, it's screaming out of this atomizer. There's no need to spray it because it is so powerful coming out of this atomizer. Oh man, one of the best cold weather fragrances money can buy. They're not expensive. You can get them in a decent range online, $60-ish range. Retail's only $80. Still not bad then. And it's a performer. This is a parfum concentration. It projects and it lasts all day and night. This is gonna pull her in right here. It's sweet, it's boozy, it's tobacco, and it's strong. There's nothing left to say that shouldn't have already convinced you that at the very least, you need to try 1821 Man-Made from Sweet Tobacco Spirits because it's fantastic. Enough said. And then last is a rack store darling. You can find this one for 25 bucks pretty easily at the rack stores. I know they've been a little bit more bare than usual since the pandemic, but you know, the shelves are starting to restock and you're gonna start seeing this couch pillow a lot more. You can't tell it's a couch pillow in the box, but when you bust the bottle open, it's a damn couch pillow. Calvin Klein Reveal. Sweet, boozy, and powerful. And damn good. That agave, God, it's so good. With that sweet brandy note in this one. 25 bucks for 100 milliliter. It's a no-brainer. It's a must. If you like sweet boozy, and a bit unique because the way the agave and the brandy mix together, this doesn't smell like all the other sweet boozy fragrances out there. This kind of does its own thing, and it is fantastic. And if you get tired later in the night, you just take a little nap on the couch pillow. CK, Reveal. Well, that's my 10, guys. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of these do you have already? Have you tried? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Does your lady love them? Does your lady hate them? Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances discussed in this video and you give them a try, and you give them a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.
This is not a drill.